the first ever 543 podcast. Not fantasy football. We're talking baseball here, Alex Valbergs, my good old buddy from high school. Alex, how we doing? How do you feel about the upcoming year?
Doing good, man. I'm excited that spring training finally opened, and
can't wait.
It's freaking cold up here, but I know it's warm down where you are.
Oh, man, it's getting warm, getting a little rainy. It's like 40 degrees. No baseball here, though. Got the Braves close.
I'm excited for the Braves.
Oh, God, me too. We'll hear about them in a minute. For the first 543 podcast, we're going to go over a little bit of last year's teams and what we think, as uneducated and just fans as we are, think is what's going to happen this year. We'll be giving you our predictions of our division, our World Series picks, our MVP, our Cy Young, our Rookie of the Years, maybe some surprise teams. Maybe Mr. Valbergs will be kind enough to grace you with some fantasy advice. I know we got drafts coming up in the next month. So, Alex, let's talk about everybody's most hated division because we all hate the Yankees. Let's talk about the AL East. Let me call up some numbers here. The Yankees won on the last game of the season last year. One game over the Orioles and a few games over Tampa Bay. As we all know, Toronto and Boston were very good. What do you like in this division this year? Who do you got?
I got to go with the Rays. I'm picking the Rays to win the division. I love Moore, Hellickson, David Price, Cy Young winner. They just acquired my Rookie of the Year pick, Will Myers. I think he's going to play a full season in the outfield. He's going to hit. That's my main pick. He's picking him Rookie of the Year. He's going to hit. He's going to hit all year. And, you know, if they can get Longoria for a full season, this team could go to the World Series. I'm not drinking the Blue Jays Kool-Aid. I hate to do it, but I'm going to pick the Yankees again card just because, somehow, even though I hate them.
Oh, man, that's tough to hear, Alex. You know how much I hate them. I hate them just as much as you do. I do like the Rays as a team out of the AL East. I actually got them as my wild card because if I had that big fat red guy next to me right now, that Kool-Aid, that Mr. Kool-Aid, yeah, I'd be drinking it right now. I'm going to go with the Toronto Blue Jays. I mean, as we talked about before we recorded this show, how can you not like what they did in the offseason? I mean, just a star-studded lineup. I mean, the pitching, yeah, is a little skeptical. Oh, just stacked top to bottom. I mean, you got speed with Reyes and Bonifacio if he plays, and then you got power Bautista and Encarnacion off his steroid-aided 42 home run season.
Hey, so, you got my fantasy team last year.
Yeah, so. I mean, if you took him and you probably picked him in like the 12th to 15th round, well, that's the steal of the draft because, you know, he had an MVP kind of year.
Yep. He was great.
The AL East is competitive, but like we just picked, I think it's a 3-team race. I'm not buying Baltimore again this year. I like Toronto, the Yankees, and the Rays. They'll all be there. Interchangeable.
Yeah. I don't see the Sox doing it this year, but you never know.
No, I don't see them at all. All right, let's move on to my favorite division.
Oh, the Tribe.
How about the Tribe, huh? The AL Central last year. Well, let's see. Alex, pull up the standings, look at the AL Central. You see Detroit won, but it took them to the last week of the season. They ended up winning the division by 3 games over Chicago, and then the rest of the teams, Kansas City, Cleveland, and Kansas City were minor league teams. What do you like this year out of that division? A lot of offseason moves.
The only team I'm picking out of there is the Tigers again. Just because, you know, Cabrera, Fielder, Verlander, Austin Jackson is a lot better than people realize.
Had a great year.
I don't know. I really like what the Indians did, but maybe next year for the Tribe. Maybe another year.
I mean, I can't be a homer. I can only agree with that. I mean, they're pitching skeptical. I love their offense. I love Tito Francona, but I just don't think you're talking about the Tigers. You're talking about the Tigers. They went to the World Series last year. And we even forgot to talk about they have a healthy Victor Martinez this year off a knee injury. I think they'll be right back there again.
Yeah, I like their pitching even after Verlander. But, you know, the Indians' defense is going to be a lot better this year. They got 3 center fielders down there.
Oh yeah, I think their outfield is going to be just superb. I mean, if they, exactly, if they play some good ball in August, you never know what they could do like late in the year. All right, let's move out west.
Yeah, surprise team.
Out west, last year, you look at the standings, And you see the Oakland Athletics won in what was a phenomenal finish to the year. Phenomenal. Who do you got in that division?
Yeah.
Why?
I got the Rangers winning it. I still like what they've got. They still got Cruz, Andrus, Kinsler, Beltre. They signed AJ Przinsky and Lance Berkman.
Yeah.
So, and they got that home field advantage where they just rake down there.
Right. Right. I know.
I still like their pitching. 1 through 5, their pitching's not bad. I think it'll get them to another division title. But I also like the Angels. Obviously, Trout, Pujols, Hamilton, Trumbo. It's going to be a terrifying 1 through 5 for any pitcher.
Oh my God.
And yeah, I do really like Oakland's pitching staff. I just don't see how that lineup is going to win them 94 games again.
Yeah, I mean, are they gonna play beanball and win almost 100 games again? I don't think so. I think they just kind of caught lightning in a bottle last year.
Yeah, but one thing that they, I heard Buster talking on ESPN is that 1 through 25, they have guys that help them at every roster position.
Yeah, everybody's a role player on that team. They don't have one stud except maybe Cespedes and Cespedes. The rest of them are just role players around them.
Yeah. I do like the pitching though. They're getting Anderson back for a full season, and they got Straley and all those other guys. I don't think they're going to be a pushover, but I don't know if they're going to be winning 94 games again.
I agree, 100%. I'm actually going to go vice versa of you. Again, I'm just going to drink the Kool-Aid this year, Alex. I'm going to go with the Angels. We got Weaver, they got Wilson. I think they lost Irvin Santana. I actually think that helps them. He was so bad at some points last year. Trout, like you said, I don't even need to repeat it. That lineup's so good out west. I think they're going to win the division this year. They learned from last year. I think Texas is still going to get that wild card. Now they got that silly, rule with the 2 wild cards or whatnot. So I'm going to go with the Angels over Texas. And yeah, Oakland, I just don't see. In Seattle, even with King Felix, not enough offense.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick King Felix for my Cy Young, and hopefully he backs up that fat contract.
Oh, so fat. Buy me a house, King. All right, let's go to your favorite division, Alex. I know it's your favorite division. Let's go over what I think is one of the most competitive divisions, is the NL East.
Yeah, well, obviously one of the biggest splashes of the offseason. Justin Upton,
yep.
DJ Upton.
The law firm.
And the Super Upton brothers.
Yep. Upton, and Hayward, LLP.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
The outfield. Love the outfield. They're going to be able to cover a lot of ground, hit a lot of home runs. But like we were talking about earlier before the show, they're going to be whiffing a lot.
Oh, so much.
Braves had over 1,200 strikeouts last year, and that was before we signed the Upton brothers and got rid of Michael Bourne and Chipper Jones.
Oh, my God.
So, I have a feeling I'm going to be watching a lot of games where it's going to be first and third, no out, and we're not going to score any runs. It's going to go strikeout, end of inning.
Yep.
And it's going to be frustrating, but, Simmons is back at shortstop. I think he's going to win the Gold Glove there. I like the rest of the lineup. I'm a little upset that we lost David Ross. I think he was a really good backup catcher to McCann.
Probably a good clubhouse guy.
Oh, yeah, he was great. And best bullpen in baseball, pretty much unanimously.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think Medlin was a fluke. I like Medlin, Hudson, and
so
hopefully they can get Beachy back.
They get Beachy back in June, yep.
Hopefully the pitching will be good enough to carry that lineup sometimes when they strike out 13 times in a game.
Now, I talked to the Braves GM, Alex. He was wondering if you could play second base for them because he's sick and tired of Dan Uggla hitting 210 and whiffing 180 times.
As much as that guy whiffs, he still gets on base a little bit.
He still gets on base somehow. He draws a lot of walks. He leans into a pitch here and there.
Last year was the first year he didn't hit 30 home runs, I think, in his entire career.
I know, and if you got him batting what? I mean, he's going to be batting like 7th, 8th, 6th, in that spot. I mean, probably 6th, I would think, in that lineup. I mean, it's going to be a good team, Atlanta. I know a lot of our buddies like that. I got a bunch of Atlanta friends. But I'm sorry, Alex. My pick for the NL East is the same team that won the division last year. I'm going to go with the Washington Nationals. Strasburg, no inning count. The only loss, I think, was really Michael Morse. Bryce Harper's got another year under his belt. Zimmerman's a stud. Their pitching is just terrific. Both of the other Zimmerman's pretty good, too. They got a pretty good bullpen. Not as good as the Braves. Definitely not as good as the Braves. But, yeah, and they got the steroid use. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't use steroids. But, yeah, I got They got a great staff. I'm going to go with the Nats in the East, and the Braves again will get that wild card. Hopefully they don't get jobbed at an infield fly rule like they did last time, and they can go on.
Can we not talk about that?
What a low blow. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I think Gonzalez, Strasburg, Zimmerman's the best 1, 2, 3 in baseball.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's absolutely got to be. Making our way from the East to the Central, this is a pretty kind of boring division. Do we both agree the Reds are going to win this division?
I have the Reds taking the wild card.
Okay.
I'm going to have the Cardinals.
Never count out those Cardinals, huh?
No, kind of like how the Yankees always figure it out. The Cardinals always figure out a way to be good.
It's unbelievable.
They got good hitters at almost every position with Holiday, Jay, Beltran, Molina, Craig.
Yeah.
All those guys.
I love Alan Craig. I love Alan Craig. Fantasy stud.
Yeah. As long as he can stay healthy, he's going to be a real
as long as he
player.
Stays healthy. Now, my only question to you is, we're picking these in mid-February. What's the situation with Wainwright? What's the situation with Loesch? There's too many question marks for me to say the Cardinals are going to be right back to where they were last year. But they're a great team.
Yeah, well, Carpenter looks like he might be done forever.
Yeah, I think Carpenter's done.
Going to pitch again. Yeah. If Wainwright can come back, and then they get the Shelby Miller guy to come in and maybe be like their third, fourth starter.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
He's been their best prospect for about 4 years. So
I've heard good things. Right. I mean, I can't sit here and argue that.
Good arms in the bullpen.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, then, I mean, like, the Reds could make this move from Chapman from the closer to the starter, and that could completely backfire,
Yeah. I don't know if I would mess with that.
I hate that move. You have the lead after 8 innings. The game's over. Why are you messing with that? Yeah. Who's that mean? Does that mean their closer's going to be that fat piss Jonathan Broxton?
Broxton.
He stinks, dude. He stinks. Unbelievable.
They really don't have a lot of good arms in that bullpen.
Right. They just weakened
him back there.
Yeah, they just completely weakened the bullpen. Maybe if you talk to me in a month and I know what the Cardinals pitching staff looks like, I'll probably waver my opinion. But let's talk about Jonathan Broxton's old team and his old division, the NL West. What do you like way out there?
I got my West pick going to be the Giants, along with my Cy Young pick, Madison Bumgarner, maybe a little bit of a sleeper.
Oh, right out of North Carolina. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah. I really like Kane Bumgarner, Vogelsong. Lincecum can come back and be 3/4 of the pitcher he was. That might be the best 1, 2, 3 in baseball.
That is. I mean, why do I even overlook that team? I mean, we overlooked them last year, and they sweep the Tigers and win the World Series. I mean, it's unbelievable. But I'm gonna be the idiot to your genius, and I'm gonna say the Dodgers. I don't know why. Now that you just listed off all those Giants players, I look so stupid, but I'm going to drink the Kool-Aid. Gonzalez, I think Crawford can actually stay healthy. Kershaw. But after I say Kershaw, nothing's really too, impressive after that. Was it Billingsley? And then, who else they got?
Greinke.
No, they do got Greinke. I mean, they paid him a lot of money, but, I mean, how does he do in big markets,
Yeah, we'll see.
So,
the thing is about the Giants, people forget they were 1 game away from getting swept by the Reds in the first round.
And then they bounce all the way back. I mean, you don't just do that and then not go. I mean, they got Buster Posey, the NL MVP. I mean, I don't know. I can see that. I have the Giants as my other wild card pick along with the Braves, but if they win the division, I can't be surprised. All right, now speaking of MVP, give me your MVPs for both leagues.
I'm gonna get the guy who should have won the AL MVP last year, Mike Trout. I don't really have to explain too much about that.
Stud.
And Joey Votto in the NL. I think he's going to get a second MVP award. Take the Reds to the playoffs. Guy who's had a 470 OBP before he got hurt last year. Ken Kershin tweeted the other day that sometimes in spring training games he'll purposely hit foul balls in a certain direction to work on his bat control.
Who, Posey?
No, Votto.
Oh, Votto's a stud. If he stays healthy, he's one of the best hitters in baseball. So wait a minute, Bergs, you're going to sell me on Votto as the MVP, but his team's not going to win the division.
Wild card.
Okay, they're going to take the wild card. Okay, no, that's all right. That's what I said. Yeah, they're not going to win the division. All right, I mean, I like Joey Votto, and he's going to play for Team Canada. So, I mean, that's cool. The World Baseball Classic. I'm going to go with Trout's teammate, because I am drinking the Angels Kool-Aid. I'm going to go with Albert Pujols. I think when your down year is 296
that'd be number
or whatever.
4?
Yeah, I think that'd be number 4 this time, the first in the AL. I just see him going back to the 300, 30, 100 plus, I think he's going to have Hamilton batting in front of him, maybe behind him even better and protect him. He's going to,
Hamilton's going to, I think it's going to go Pujols Hamilton.
Yeah, and I mean, I almost like that because it's murder's row, and because I'm piggybacking your MVP, Mike Trout, he's going to be on base and take bases. He'll always be in scoring position. So I'm going to go Pujols in the AL. And then I'm going to go on the NL with the most injury-prone guy in baseball, it seems. I'm going to go with Matt Kemp of the Dodgers. I just think they're loaded offensively with Gonzalez and Hanley Ramirez, and I think all those guys are going to hit behind them. And I just think, they're just going to be a good baseball team, and Matt Kemp's going to be the reason why.
Yeah. He's probably one of the most talented guys in baseball. He's just got to stay on the field.
Yeah, that is true. We both like center fielders there. Okay, now to the position you care about because you were so good at it in high school, the pitching position. The Cy Young candidates, AL, NL. I think earlier you said your AL Cy Young, or maybe you said your NL Cy Young.
I think I said both already.
Oh, you might have said both? Okay. Yeah, that's right. Reward the contract. Okay, so for me, I'm going to go, because I am drinking that Angels Kool-Aid, I'm going to say Jerry Weaver. As much as I hate that gold, blonde hair, sandy-locked SOB, I think he's going to win the Cy Young. And then I know we all love this kid because of the heater. I'm going to go with Steven Strasburg. I think if you don't put him on an innings limit, he could be great. And I really think that. So I'm going to go with Strasburg and Weaver as my AL and NL Cy Youngs this year.
You're drinking the SoCal Kool-Aid.
No, it's bad.
Angel.
It's bad. I mean, my dad's been a Dodgers fan for 30 years, and he's not even as high on him as I am. I mean, I'm just drinking it. I like Don Mattingly. I don't know why. As much as I hate the Yankees, I like Don Mattingly. All right, let's move over. Yeah, let's move over to the young guys. It's kind of tough to pick rookies of the year because you don't know sometimes if they're going to start in the majors or if they're going to, get limited playing time. But let's hear yours.
I think I said earlier I'm going with Myers with the Rays because I think he is going to play the whole year. That's why they made that trade. And I'm going to go with Tyler Skaggs, pitcher, lefty for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, so am I.
I think he might pitch the whole year, and he looks pretty good.
Yeah, so am I. I like Tyler Skaggs.
Rookies.
No, I know.
Skaggs might start down in the minors, and he might not come up till June. I don't know.
Exactly. Exactly. Like we talked about before the show, I mean, I thought if Anthony Rizzo qualified, he's a lock, but he doesn't. So I think he played too many games last year. So I am also going to go Tyler Skaggs. I think Arizona's actually going to be pretty good. They got your boy Martin Prado. I like what they do over there and stuff. But I'm going to go with the only really name
messing around over there.
Yeah, I know. The only real name I know in the AL is Jurickson Profar. He plays on Texas. If he starts, in the majors, he's just going to be on a good offensive team, and so his numbers are just going to be inflated. So, I mean, that's what I got to go. I almost would like him as a fantasy kind of guy, too, if he starts in the majors. He steals a lot of bases, and he's fast.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to start in the majors, though. They got Kinsler and Andrews.
I know. Where can you fit him?
They might eventually put Kinsler over at first and put Jurickson at second. So that's going to happen. That's
probably pretty smart since Kinsler kind of moves like a concrete brick for a second baseman. But, he hits 30 bombs a year, so you can't really take him out.
Yeah.
All right, so that's that. Rookies of the Year, Cy Youngs, MVPs. Seems like we're drinking some West Kool-Aid. Seems like we're drinking... let's see, what do we got? We got any trends here? I don't know. Besides the Braves, Giants, Nats. I'm not changing it up too much. All right, so what's your World Series pick, Bergs? What teams? How many games?
I really want to pick the Braves, but I don't know. I don't think they can do it. They're going to strike out too much.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to go Rays and Rays, Nats.
Rays, Nats.
That's gonna.
No, I like that. I like it. I like it so much. I actually went with the Nats too, but like I said, I can't change this pick. I like the Angels. I'm going to go with the Angels. I like Mike Scioscia. Doesn't mean I don't like Joe Madden. I love Joe Madden. I think Joe Madden can go back to a World Series again. I think the Rays are really, really good. In fact, I'm going to actually go out on a limb and say the Angels are going to play the Rays in the ALCS. Angels in 7. Trout a walk-off bomb. Angels go play in the World Series. The World Series goes to Washington. Steven Strasburg pitches Game 7 and deals a 1-0 shutout over that loaded Angels lineup. You heard it here, folks. 8 months in advance.
Pretty bold.
Pretty bold.
Good odds on that right now.
Yeah, great odds on that. I'll probably look like an idiot in 8 months when they both miss out in the playoffs or something like that. All right, Bergs, this was fun.
Documented proof of it.
Yeah, we'll save this in like 7 months from now. We can look back and we'll have another podcast and you can rip me a new one about how I drank all the Kool-Aid and it's all over my shirt because I'm an idiot.
All right.
All right, man. This was fun. We'll do it again next week as the season starts to loom, and maybe we'll talk a little fantasy. Maybe we'll talk a little.
I actually heard Matt Berry wants to join us for a little 3-man weave.
Oh, Mr. Roto?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we're bringing in Matt Berry. All right, we'll have to get him on the show. Maybe we can get him in for a quick interview. I'll shoot him a tweet. Maybe he'll respond to me if he hasn't already blocked me for ripping him in football. All right, man. Until next time.
All right, Joey. See you later.
Oh, shit.